Good morning. It is day 110. Yesterday was it was an okay day. It wasn't much to be excited about. Crossed into the Lasson Volcanic National Park, did the touristy thing, went to see the terminal geyser, and then the next thing to look at was the boiling lake, and that was pretty. And then it was just walking through the national park, which I was picturing a bit more volcanic. It was just trees. So I was walking through some trees. There was a very small, there was a patch with tiny little bits of snow over the track. I had been expecting a whole lot more snow than that. But yeah, there was patches of snow, but you could go around them if you wanted. And then got to some pretty lakes where I had lunch, saw another deer, and there were some geese there as well. And then it was into an area where there had been a fire, so it was open and exposed. It was getting a little warm, not too bad. It was 5 miles of that to get to a water source. Saw another guy there, and then filled up, then another 2 miles to the park boundary, pushed on. It went into a nice open bit downhill, and then into plantation pine forest for the rest of the afternoon. It was lovely. Track generally was nice. There were a couple of sandy bits which weren't quite so nice. Starting to get tired about 5, so I stopped, had a little bit of a rest, and then continued on. When I got to my tent, set up camp, I realised, well, I was tired. I'd done 27 miles. So yeah, that was a long day. Today I have 4 miles and then off trail for, I think it's 0.4 of a mile to get to a little place called Old Town, and there's a cafe there. So I've skipped breakfast. I am going to have breakfast there. And then into the notorious open hot part. So it's from there it's 30 something miles of no water. Ooh, there's a little sign advertising Hat Creek. I did think about going to Hat Creek, but they don't open till 9. And I'm not waiting that long, so I'd rather walk now and get to the cafe. Yeah, so it's a really hot exposed section, possibly water halfway, but the last report showed that tank was just about empty. So I need to be prepared for a 30+ mile stretch without water. And my big water bladder's got holes in it. So at the service station and the place I'm going, I shall buy some water bottles to try and get me through that hot section. I definitely won't go through the whole thing today, so I will be camping. So it might be a drier camp. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy a bag of chips, have that for dinner. Yeah. Despite the long day yesterday, my legs are feeling good. I was starting to get a little chafing yesterday, which is the first time, I think, because I started sweating and haven't really been sweating much. So I've applied some Body Glide, see if that helps. Not bad, just enough to know that it was a little chafing. Alright, onward to food and a cooked breakfast. My gate. Whoa! Well, I'm not going to sneak up on anyone coming through that gate. Okay, absolutely lovely trail, just about flat. It's not quite as sandy as it was parts of yesterday. Nice and sheltered. I thought that my hiker hunger would have taken a while to come back in after all that time in Chester eating, but no, it is back with a vengeance. I'd increased my daily snacks to 3 chocolate bars or granola bars or Lara bars and lollies and that for my daily snacks, but I've been having 4 and that's been controlled, so I think I'm going to have to increase it to 5 per day. Now that's on top of a big lunch, and then dinner is the main dinner plus constantly snacking and another 1 or 2 chocolate bars as well. Yeah, so my pack's going to be heavier because I need to start taking even more food than I thought. But hey, I need to feed the body. There's the road just up here, it's not bad. An hour 10 for 4 miles. Food is a good motivator. Alright, so I'm going to get off trail here and head to the cafe and get some food. Off. Alright, back on trail. That was a nice little stop. I went to JJ's Cafe, had bacon, eggs, hash brown and a pancake and coffee. It was pretty good, and then stopped off at the gas station to buy a new water bottle which I use to filter as my dirty water bottle, and a replacement bottle for my front because the other one is beyond repair now. So I am carrying 3¼ litres, which I will have to be very conservative to try and make that last potentially 30 miles, though hopefully only 16 miles. Just up ahead I'm going to do another little tourist side trip. There's some caves called subway caves, which is meant to be worth a look. Right. Ooh. Let's have a look. Cool. Oh, it's nice and cool in here. I don't know how far in it goes. I have to go and grab my torch. So basically I'm walking through a massive lava tube. Cool. Woohoo! Cool. Can't resist doing that. Alright, let's really light this thing up. Let's see how good my torch is. Ooh! I see why they call it Subway Cave. That's where I came from. And this is a massive open area now. Little bits of water dripping down. I'm in a little devil's cul-de-sac. That's what this is called. I've got these neat little information signs all the way along. Oh, sorry, Lucifer's cul-de-sac. Just explaining what I'm seeing. This is cool. The walls are a lot smaller here, which is why the torch is able to actually show up a bit better. Woohoo! Definitely recommend this as a side trip. This is pretty cool. Right, and now back out. I've actually come the opposite to what the normal way is. Woohoo! And then it stairs to get back up to the top. Oh, that was cool. Definitely worth a little side trip. There we go. Up we go. Right, I am back on trail. Now 16 miles to see if there's water in the tank. So water conservation until I confirm there's water there. Basically, can go along the flat, climb up a hill, and from the map it looks like it's going along the edges of some quite steep hills. Quite enjoyed that flat bit, but now I start climbing onto the top of this little hill. Well, not little, it's actually quite a big hill. And once I'm up, then there's not too much more climbing, just gentle ups and downs, I think, as we stay up along the heights. I said hello, didn't even get a response back. I know people don't want to talk when they're heading to food, but a little rude not to reply with a simple hi, or at least nod your head. Lots of these pretty little flowers. Very shortly I'm going to do a panorama because I can see, well, once I get up a little higher, I'm going to see both Mount Shasta and Mount Larsen. At least she replied. Oh, there you go, there's Mount Larsen. That's pretty cool. It's like, hi, here's a berry, but you can't eat me because I'm spiky. This is one of those hills which is much bigger than it seems from afar. Most of the time the hills are, once you get closer, they seem smaller. Not this one. Seem to have been climbing for ages. Whew. That's a cool one. That's huge. And my finger for scale. Very fluffy looking one. Whew. I think I'm nearly finished the climb. I'm still climbing a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's Mount Shasta. Pretty impressive looking mountain. Look at that. And then coming around, and there's Mount Larsen. Ooh. And I'm up on this open ridge line, which is pretty cool. It's nice to have some views. Hey, trail magic. Spoons, matches, salt and water. Now I am good for everything, so I'm not going to take anything. I didn't realise there's actually a car park. Haven't looked at the map closely. So I'm at an information area and this gives a beautiful view. So to think, yeah, a week ago I was on the far side of that mountain. That's Mount Larsen. Down below me is where there's been a whole lot of fires. That's why it's also open. And yeah, that's confirmed. That is Mount Shasta all the way down there. So I'll be walking beside that in less than a week. Yeah, so there's also a toilet there. Wow! Look at how bright red that is. Looks very similar to, I think it was the painted lady. I'm not sure if it's the same one or a different variety of it. That is just so bright. Right. Now, back on the trail. I'm actually loving being up in this open area because I can see views. I've been in forest almost continuously for quite a while. So it is lovely to be up the top. And there's this nice light breeze, which is just keeping things that little bit cooler than it could have been. So very pleasant. Woohoo! Another little picnic area. This is not very far away from the last one, but ooh, PCT, what is it? It is nothing! Oh, that's just teasing. Absolutely teasing. Never mind. Little toilet there. I love all these information boards. There was heaps of them before. This is the same one. This is talking about the big fires. So it was August 2009. The Hat Creek Valley was blasted by more than 800 bolts of lightning. The fury ignited 47 wildfires, scorching 9,356 acres. After the fire, the burned trees along the Pacific Crest National Scenic Trail were cut to increase safety, help the forest become re-established, and protect the trail from future devastating fires. Alright, now it's just talking about how fires used to come every 10 to 15 years, but then the fires were suppressed, and that meant when there were fires, they were even worse than normal. Oh, cool. Nice information. And back on trail. So wandering along the trail, and this big beast coming towards me. He is focused on getting back to the car. These two are a bit more well behaved. Having a nice chat to these two ladies.
Hello, Martha. And Donna.
And Donna.
And Rascal. And Yuki. And Freya.
Cool. So yeah, nice way to break up the trail and meet new people.
Happy trails to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll let you run into it.
Can see the trail continuing along the edge of the steep hills. That's the first hiker who actually wanted to stop and chat. Good thing is I asked about the tank of water at the 16-mile mark, and she said there was water when she went through, so that might be good. I'm still going to conserve just in case, never rely on that sort of water source. The yellow flowers are pretty much gone, but still getting the lovely purple and reds and the beautiful views. And that was another southbounder. He was just taking a break. It's funny the reactions when I say that there's a water cache at the viewpoint. People are pretty happy. It's been a while since we've actually had to worry about water. You know, generally there's been water every couple of miles. Yesterday was, I think that 5 miles is one of the longest stretches. To now be on a 30-mile stretch is, yeah, takes us back to the desert. And another southbounder, young guy. Oh, busy going south today. Really big bird up there. Is it a turkey vulture? No flowers on this one, but pretty colour. Are they seed pods? Or about to be seed pods? Lovely colour. Right. Vegetation's got a bit thicker going through this part. It's been constantly changing, which has been nice. So if I find a nice patch of shade with a good view, then I'll be stopping for lunch. But no rush, it's still fairly early. It was a great little lunch swap. Now back into the heat. Yeah, that was lovely in the shade. But, it's definitely getting warm. But the views were pretty cool. So I was looking at Shasta, and I was also looking at Lassen. So quite enjoyed just sitting there, chilling out, enjoying my food. Oh, these are cool. Different colours. It's a medium. I'm not sure if it's different stages of life, but oh wow. Pretty. It's nice to have something different. And back along the trail. Just climbed slightly. So I had lunch. It's over there. And then I've climbed up this hill. And yeah, now I think I think it's flat for a bit and then drop slightly. Really interesting what the fire does to the different trees. So if you have a look at this up close, look what it's done to it. Quite interesting. There's a ravine that I'm going around, and now we've got a bit of a dog leg going out before start going back along that ridge along there, because we've still got to get, the ravine keeps going around, which is why I'm assuming we have to go that way. So that massive ravine, now that we've come so far up, this is what it looks like. I imagine if the stream's flowing it's difficult, but yeah, that was a long way heading in the opposite direction to where I want to go. Thankfully now I can start heading back in the correct direction. That's a fancy trail register. Wow, look at that. Ooh, and a proper book as well. Claire left me a message. Not sure if you can see it. It says, attention homemade, can you hear me back there? Ha! Cheeky! Not sure if I'm going to catch her and Blueberry. I think they're going a little faster than me. So they're in the 9th, so 2 days ahead of me. I'm now above the ravine, so as a reminder, I went along here and way that way. I'm finally coming back so that I'm above. Alright, now it's pretty straight heading along this ridgeline all the way to the road where potentially there is water, and that is about 7 miles from here, so it's still quite a way off. Whew. Yeah, there's a ravine. Oh, it's an interesting thistle. Look at that. Bit of a beast. Still beautiful. Still amazing views. The mountain, Mount Shasta, is starting to get closer. Ooh, look at these. They're quite big. Cute. A long way up there is Old Coach. So I've come all the way along these hills along here. And continue down the ridge. I can see over the other side of the hill now. Just hills. Nothing special. Oh, there's a steeper little hill in front that direction. Been able to see this tower for the last 20 minutes and it just didn't seem to be getting closer, but now finally here I am. This is another of the little waypoints. Next waypoint will be crossing under a power line, and then it will be the road where the water may be. Well, there was a cache. It's well and truly all gone. Right, so it's a forestry communication facility. So from here I have 2.8 miles to get to the water source. I've still got heaps of water. I've still got 1 3/4 litres, so if it's dry I can still get through to camp and then through to the next water, but if it is there, then I'll be gulping down some water and making the most of it. I've been looking at the footprints, and there were 2 sets that looked pretty fresh. They very crisp, hadn't been blown away in the wind, and I've just spied 2 people ahead of me. Yay, competitive. nature's satisfied. I get to catch 2 people. And I'm not even racing. I'm still taking it pretty easy. Conserving energy and trying not to sweat. So, yay, good feeling. I know it's not a race, but I am very competitive by nature. Okay, so I caught up to and passed those 2 guys. I find it funny, both of them were carrying their hiking poles in their hands as opposed to actually using them. I noticed a lot of people do that, either going uphill they'll stop using it or going downhill. Yeah, weird. Or maybe I'm the weird one. Down into the trees, so there's a little bit of shade now, which is nice, and dropping down to the road. It's about a mile, I think, and at the road is the water. I didn't stop and talk to the guys, I just said, see you at the water source, because that way I can be filtering water and drinking while they arrive. Power lines are the next waypoint, and I can see the road going up. So it's only a few hundred metres from here to the road and the water. Alright, I'm at the road. It's coming to the end, and there is the water tank. I think I heard people's voices. Water. I've arrived at Cache 22, filled up with water from the water tank. Jim Beattie is the guy that keeps filling up the tank, and we just give a donation to help him keep it going. Bumped into these 2.
Hey, navigator. Hard rock.
And these 2 are both going north like me, and
Ranger Rick, Sobo.
Ranger Rick going south. So see you later, guys.
Yeah.
Not actually the obvious black tank, it's actually a little area off to the side. A beautiful shady spot just to sit down and relax. So yeah, I had a lot. I think I just drank about almost 2 litres of water, just slowly, but yeah, feeling much better. My body is a lot more hydrated. Means I'm going to stop and go to the toilet though. Had a snack, and it's 5 o'clock now, so see how I'm feeling, but an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But it's mainly downhill now, and I'm at the halfway point for the water stretch. So I've just filled back up to 3 1/4 litres, which is plenty to get me through the camp tonight, and then to get to where there's actually some water. In fact, I think I'm just over halfway. I think it's about 14 miles from here to the water. I really am dropping height because there's nowhere higher than me. It's all lowland, all the way around there. And I know the other side was low as well. It's funny, you look at some people and there's a guy going up the hill towards me. He had all the kit to be a through hiker, but it was a little overweight. So you're never sure, did they start really overweight and this is them now, or are they a section hiker looking very healthy and not the normal gauntness that the through hikers have got by this stage? And that's, yeah, all of the ones that are flip-flop, even though they missed the Sierras, you know, they've still done the desert and a whole lot of extra, so they all have that gaunt look. Yeah, but you never want to ask. You can see why my feet are so dirty at the end of the day. Every step is kicking up little clouds of dust, and this isn't one of the dustiest sections of the trail either. But yeah, just so much dust being kicked up. When I wash my face, it's generally brown. It doesn't look brown, but yeah, it is once you start cleaning it. Cows. Wow. Actual cows. Haven't seen any bears, but I'm seeing some cows. Pond. Why didn't I see this water source? Not sure if it's drinkable, but I don't see why it wouldn't when we filter it. It's not going to be the best quality water, but that's what we have water filters for. I think I'll finish the steepest part of the dropping. You can sort of see on the skyline, came down from there. Now I'm going across the flat a bit, and then I head across to walk on another ridgeline for a bit. Oh wow, there's some amazing dragonfly with yellow and black striped wings. Oh wow, way too fast to get on camera. See, this is what I was picturing the Lassen Volcanic Park to be like, with volcanic rocks. But I have to leave the park and then I get to the volcanic areas. There's some cool trees up here. Those are some pretty solid gate posts. Wow. It's a neat little automated closing system. Just put a weight on a chain attached across. That's a good idea. Oh, there's another lake across there as well. Not the direction I'm heading. Heading across the dry, desolate. This almost looks like Africa. Oh, we're back on the edge of a big drop-off again. Woohoo! Back on the hat rim, I think we're on. Not sure if this is part of it or if this is a new one, but pretty cool. Hopefully a little further on we'll be able to be right at the edge and be able to have a look down. There you go. That's a pretty big drop-off. Ooh, I think that's solid cliffs. And the trail, that next part, you can see the trail's just running right along the very edge of it. All the way along. Cool. Wow, we're high. Yeah. It's pretty windy. So a little bit lower than I was over there. You can see it is pretty much cliff. A little bit gentler, a little bit further along. Woohoo! Oh, windy. There've been plenty of flat areas, but they've all got vegetation on them, and I prefer to sleep where I'm not going to be damaging any vegetation, so I'll keep pushing on. Under the trees you can find somewhere, so probably going to head in under these trees just in here if I can get in without damaging anything, and then find a nice little spot. This is the kale and white bean stew. Another of the good to go meals, like another of the ones I've had of their brand. The first couple of mouthfuls I wasn't really impressed, but the more I went on, the more I actually started to like it. I haven't had a lot of kale. But to me it tastes like a broccoli soup, and it's actually quite nice. The other one is the veggie chips. As you can see, I've nearly finished them. One thing, pull one out. One thing I've found with them is I can't have too many. The flavour is just a little bit too strong to have too many at once. But yeah, they are nice. So tonight is a very good example of why I don't cowboy camp. So I've been hearing this weird rustling noise. Yeah, I'm tucked safely away in my tent. And then got up to go to the toilet, and I looked outside, and the whole place is absolutely teeming with these big ants, and they are absolutely all over the place. They are crawling all over my shoes, my water bottle, the tent floor, and they're so big and so many, they're making a rustling noise. It's, ugh. So I am very glad I am tucked up safely inside my protective insect mesh. I do have one hole at the back, but they don't seem to have discovered that yet. So, yeah. Ugh. But it's the noise that they've been making. Yeah, they're just quite noisy on the plastic. Yeah. And I did not put my tent on an ant hole. I'm very careful to be checking for that one. So they've all appeared from somewhere else to come and investigate this strange thing in their area.